Jesus, we have a lot of people interested in this event. This is going to be crazy. Can someone in the audience put their hand up and request to speak just so I can see the request come through? Oh yeah, cool. Nice one. That definitely works. You can put your hands down now. Sweet. We'll give it a couple of minutes, guys. Let people roll through. We're 2 minutes early. I'm going to fill up the water and prepare myself to drop some value and hopefully answer all of your questions today. There is a lot to go through. Okay, we're still going to give it some time for people to roll through, but we are now live and into our session. I hope you guys can all see me. I've got open up the chat, the agency builder chat. If anyone has questions and they're too nervous to get up on stage, you know, it's quite daunting speaking in front of lots of people, completely understand it. Make sure you drop a message in there and I will answer it for you. Try to, you know, really think hard about your question because there's going to be a lot of questions and I need to pick certain ones. So I'm going to be looking for the best ones that are going to bring the most amount of value to you guys. So remember that when you're writing it down. Don't just ask what AI is because you're on the wrong call. Okay. Right. Let's get started. So this call is going to be recorded. So if anyone does end up missing this, they will see it. So no problem. Let's get things prepared. I have a little presentation to go through with you guys, kind of similar to how I run the YouTube videos where, you know, it's just a couple of words with some thought processes behind it. But what I want to do is almost every single slide that we get up, I want to get a couple of you on stage, ask you questions. And then if you can keep the questions specific about the topic that we're on, so we don't just go all over the place with our conversation, that is going to be best. Can you guys all hear me perfectly? There's no mic problems or anything like that. Let me know in the agency builder chat. Sweet. Nice one, Malon. All right, 1 second. Get prepared. Cool. All right, let's begin. Firstly, I want to thank everyone that's in here. You guys are fucking machines. Like the fact that you've been so supportive over the last week. Obviously, this is a completely new space and it's so good to see so many of you excited and driven to build something inside of the AI automation agency. Now, hopefully, when you leave this masterclass, you'll get a little bit of a clearer understanding exactly what we do at our agency and where you should be focusing your time, not for the next 2-3 weeks, but what you should be doing for the next 6 months to a year. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just a side hustle. This is a full-blown agency. So, a full-blown business, a full-blown agency, which is a business which needs to be treated in that way. And unfortunately, there are no cheat codes to make millions of dollars overnight with an AI automation agency. Just like there is no cheat codes to make $1 million with an SMMA. So we really need to be treating this like a proper business, spending time building it and developing it and learning the skills together to eventually build it into something that pays your bills and then some. Okay, let me share my screen with you guys. When I told my girlfriend I was going to be speaking in front of like a couple of hundred people, she's like, yeah, right. And it's crazy that you guys have actually turned up. So nice one. I appreciate it. Okay, let's go live. Hopefully you can see my screen. You can see I've got the classic blue slides out again. So this is what we're going to be looking at today. Choosing your AI automation agency path. Now, there's a lot of discussion right now inside of the Discord. I see it a lot. It's like, what chatbot should I build? You know, what do I need to be doing on BotPress? How do I integrate it with Stack AI? How do I use custom GPT? And I'm speaking about it. I've made a video about it before. I know Liam Motley's talking a lot about it and the other guys on YouTube. But there really is 3 sections to AI automation agency. And in my eyes, there's 3 different levels. Now, we're going to get into that in a little bit. But first, I just want to run through where we're at as an agency, what we really focus on, and where we're seeing good results right now. Now, just because it's working right now doesn't mean it's going to be what we do for the next 6 months to a year, because this is a new model. There isn't much data on it. You know, this isn't something that we've been running for 5 years and we know exactly what's going on and we know exactly where it's going to be in 2 years' time. We just don't know. The fact is, with AI, it's pretty fucking scary the way things are heading. And we don't know what's going to be happening next year. There could be another chat GPT. We could all be being served by robots in our houses. We have no clue. So what we're focused on is AI integrations, custom tools, lead generation and capture, lead automations, and workflow automations. Now, chatbots live inside of this. This isn't like we are just focused on chatbots, because I don't see a huge amount of value, unless really well targeted, that the chatbots can actually provide. The chatbots are a good way to get into the door with your potential clients and just open up conversations. So over the last couple of days, I've actually been documenting us reaching out to cold emails that we're scraping using AI tools. And I'll be bringing that to you guys in a video where I show you us literally getting people to respond to our emails about our chatbots that we're building. But for me, that is like the lowest tier AI integration you could offer. Because at the end of the day, it's something that you just set up on a platform relatively easily, and then you don't really understand the full complexities and the way that it needs to then be integrated into client sites. So there is still like an element of, you have to understand how that business works, and then you have to understand how you can actually onboard that client and get it into a position where you are then the guy who puts it on their website or changes it so it's on an FAQ page and stuff like that. So although I think chatbots are great, let's not pay too much attention to them, because I honestly feel like there is a way better opportunity focusing on the automation side of things and then the custom tools and AI integrations. So we had a call in the inner circle today where we was talking about what we actually want to be focused on, right? And a lot of people are like, you know, I want to be getting 10 clients, and I want 10 clients that are now paying me, you know, $200, $300 a month, and that would be $3K a month. But the way you have to look at it is, do you guys, and actually ask yourself this question, do you guys want to be freelancers, or do you want to be agency owners? Because if you want to be agency owners, you are not going to be able to grow or build an agency on that low amount of money. So I see some people in this chat, they're like, oh yeah, I've got a new client, $150 a month. That's going to be you doing all of that work, and there is no chance that you could ever hire someone in on that amount of income. So the way we look at it at our agency, because we're treating it like an agency, is we get a client in and we offer a service that maybe we don't know how to fulfill. You know, there's some AI stuff that we are offering and building custom dashboards that I technically don't know how to build, but I can then pay developers and I can pay team members to build that for me. So that is the agency model. So you need to get that in your head. You need to start thinking like an agency and start thinking, how can I scale this up? What makes the most sense? You know, when I'm pricing my jobs, am I trying to go in and get 10 people paying me $300? Or am I trying to make actual money and I want to get to, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50K a month, whatever it is, because we can charge 10 clients 5K and get to 50K. It's much easier because we know the target audience that we're going after. We know the value that we can bring. And then we have the money to be able to hire in the team to fulfill like an above average level of service. So something to consider. And I'm sure you're going to get used to me digressing and going deep into these things on this call. It's actually like I'm kind of unscripted on my YouTube videos, but yeah, I don't actually have the blessings of being able to cut out all the bits where I stumble over my words and fuck up. So hopefully you guys don't get to see that live, but I'm sure you will. But let's jump back into the slideshow. So that's what we focus on. You know, we're seeing a lot of interest right now in helping clients with their traffic that they bring into their sales funnel. We take over this whole setup. Most of the time, they're just sending traffic to their website. They're not really using any sort of exciting lead generation, or, you know, they're offering like, free guides. Download your free guide to, learn how to invest in real estate in the UK. Shit like that. Like, it's just not interesting. So we come up with creative ways how we can tie AI into that. You know, I made a video on the Zapier tutorial where I actually go into like a lead gen bot that I make with Zapier. If you haven't seen it, definitely recommend going to watch it, because you can literally copy and paste what we do and what we offer clients. And it's the same thing. You can change that for every single industry if you really think about it. So that then ties into AI lead gen, and then we feed those leads into AI. Sorry, I fucked this up. We then feed those leads into data automations, so through CRMs and through email workflows. And inside a lot of these CRMs are workflows and automations that you can set up. Now, the best thing about this is, again, this is just one element of the AI model and the AI agency model. But this is something that probably is more, this connects with more business owners. When you're actually at a higher level and you understand how business works as a whole, you understand what the needs are of business owners. You know, they want to generate leads. They want to then be able to close those leads, but they also don't want to spend all of their entire waking moments and all of their staff members to be able to do that. So if you can step in with AI solutions, you listen to their problems, you speak to them, you really start to identify exactly where you can tie different AI bots and AI automations into. That is how you become the AI god. Like, you become an AI expert. And unfortunately, not everyone in this call is going to make this work. Like, that is just the fact. There is no way. It's not even possible. But there are a select few of you in here, I'd say maybe 15, 20, that are going to make money with this model. And as brutal as that sounds, I know it sounds ridiculous, and I'd probably be in a better spot if I said, all of you are going to make this work, and let's all go buy my course tomorrow and we'll all make money together. It's just not how it's going to be. And I'd be lying if I sat here and said it was. So the people that are in this call right now who can separate themselves and say, oh, wait, the stage is full. Boost this server to let more people in. Shit. Okay. 1 second. I've got to go boost this server. Let me see if I can carry on talking. Okay. Damn, you guys, you support me so much, but you didn't even boost the own Discord server. Not really good enough, is it, really? All right, let me just do that. And we'll get people in again. Okay, cool. So where was I? Yeah, anyway, look, let's just go back to the presentation because I was probably rambling. But yeah, essentially you are going to become that AI god. And when you can, with the people that are in this call, and when you can step back and say, okay, I now understand and I've listened to these problems that these clients are coming to me with, rather than just saying, oh, I'm going to go out and build chatbots for these guys because I think that's what they want. Instead, let's collect some data. Let's start to realize, actually, where are our efforts best used? Who are the people that we can best serve? And who gets the most value from our services? That is ultimately how you're going to build a business. It all comes back to that value word. Like, if you're not providing value to someone, if you're having to sell them an idea, it's just not going to work out. Whereas if you understand how these systems work and you can step in and you can offer solutions to problems that you already know exist, you're onto a winner. Cool. So this is what I like to think. Chatbots open doors. Consultancy pays the bills. Now, what do I mean by this? Like I just said, the chatbot route is a great way to open the door and get your first initial few clients. It's a great way. You can reach out to anyone, and I guarantee you, if you send 200 emails, you'll get 2-3 people respond, providing your email script was good enough and you're not just going, hey, I've built you a chatbot. Do you want to see it? You know, it has to be quite enticing and almost like an offer they can't refuse. Video coming soon on that. So consultancy pays the bills. And what I mean by this is it gives you another edge. If you can step into these companies and rather saying, hey, we're going to turn your entire business on its head, you're doing it all wrong. Well, why don't you go to them and say, well, you may be doing it right, but just to double check, let me step in. You know, I work with companies, I help automate, I help set up systems and save them time and money. And and I'd love to look over your company. You know, I'd love to give you a free audit. We'd love to jump in, listen to your pain points, hear what solutions that we can provide you, and here are some case studies of how it's worked before. So it really is like a rephrasing. You're going in as someone who's offering free advice. You're going in offering this like consultancy. That is how you're going to close clients that way. If you go in just with a salesman mentality, it's just not going to work out. Like you need to go in and listen to people. Cool. So what I was saying is you have to manage the entire process. So it's not just chatbots. It's not just consulting. There are 3 layers. And those 3 layers are chatbots, which yes, they can make you money, but a small amount. You like what I did with the S's, yeah? Pretty smart, I know. And then there's automations, which that's like the mid-tier stuff. That's going to make you some pretty good money. You know, we're currently here. We charge clients anywhere between $2,000 to $6,000 for automations, depending on the company size and the niche. And then there's custom platforms. Now, I'm going into Brett Milanowski's Discord tomorrow, or Circle community, to have a talk with his guys. I'm not sure if he's in the audience. I saw Tia, one of his members of the team, in here, but he is all over the custom platform side of things. This is something that we're building ourselves up to be, but this is the place where you essentially have a team of developers that work for you, that understand how this entire thing works. And your only job is to introduce them developers into contracts that you win through clients that you meet. And this is where you get paid the big bucks. This is where you can land a client and it could be, you know, $100K setup fee with a $10K, $15K a month retainer. Again, like I can't put an exact figure on it because it completely depends on the companies you get in front of. But there are companies out there that we're speaking to that want custom platforms built, and all that. And the only way that we need to fulfill that, we don't need to know how to create it ourselves. All we need to know is how to confidently talk about it on that call, and then how to then confidently translate whatever we've taken from the client to our development team. And that's not hard to do. You know, we're not sat here paying thousands and thousands of thousands a month for a development team. We just have them on the side ready for when a contract like this comes through, and then we can work together on that. So those are the 3 sort of tiers at the moment for, in my eyes, for the AI automation agency. So chatbots, automations, and then custom platforms. And then consultancy kind of lives in between, like kind of all of them in a way. And that consultancy is just, again, another way to open the door. Instead of going, hey, we're going to build you a chatbot, why don't you say, hey, let me just jump in and give you some advice. Let's see if we can automate some stuff. So I'm going to take some questions now because I realized I've been rambling on for 15 minutes and I said I wouldn't. So if any of you have questions, actually, firstly, let me jump in the agency builder chat and see what people are saying. It's probably like, his mic's off. Someone tell him. Okay. How do you ensure the security and privacy of data when implementing AI automation? That is a smart question. See, this guy knows. He's thinking ahead. He's thinking, what are these problems? What are these objections that people are going to come to on calls? The simple answer is we don't take over too much. So we sign NDAs. We sign simple contract agreements when we jump in. And we try to underexpose ourselves to risk. You know, we don't want to be holding the keys to their entire CRM and their last 10 years of data because it just exposes us too much. So if we can get limited access to CRMs that they already have, or we can build systems away from all of their data and then simply plug it in with permissions that they give us, then that is a much, much easier way of us doing it. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Someone said, what have you made better experience? Go high level or Zapier? Pros and cons maybe. Honestly, I think Go High Level is a great shout. It's got so many workflows and automations built into it, but we don't use it right now. And for whatever reason, it's just because I've been using ClickFunnels for years. You can see I've been a ClickFunnels fanboy and I just haven't really navigated away. And that's probably to my detriment. And I reckon as soon as I go to Go High Level, it will change the game. But we've been running the agency for a year. We kind of shifted to AI automation probably like 6-7 months ago. So it's still relatively fresh, but we scaled it fast. So we haven't really had time to really look at our tech stack. What's working is working right now, but I'm sure we'll change it up in the future. Can you blend an AI automation agency with an AI creative agency, both hybrid? Do you see a clear model in this sense? Yes, of course you can. Like, this is a great question as well. And I see a lot of people talking about it. They're like, SMMA versus AI automation agency. In reality, it's like, well, why the fuck have you got to compete? Why can't you just do both? If you've got clients in an SMMA agency, or that's a way that you think that you could get clients, why would you not just offer them that service and say, well, look, we're running paid Facebook ads for you now, but you are still struggling to close the leads that we're bringing you. Why don't we help implement AI automations and smart workflows on the back end to help you increase your conversion rate? So there you go, mate. You're onto a winner. All right, we've got some hands up in the audience, so I'm going to pull someone up. All right, let's get Alejandro. If anyone just wants to jump up and start screaming, you're going to get the boot. Just know. All right, I've added you up. No, you didn't want to come up. Alex Henriksen. Why is it not working? Hey.
Hello.
Hey, man. How's it going?
How you doing?
Mate,
Yeah,
it's
we've spoken a bit on Telegram. So I was just wondering with the custom platforms, like what would that be
in terms of what could that look like?
in terms of like what is it? Like,
Well, it is literally like fully custom. So I couldn't even answer. But if you think about it, let's say for example, I'm trying to think of one now. Let's say there is a mechanic shop, right? And this is probably going to get weird because I don't know where I'm going with this. There's a mechanic shop
yeah.
and they want a platform where you can upload your car details and it automatically puts in all of your details from the government of when you've last had your MOT or something like that. And then they want an AI that can then look at that and start making bookings or put leads into their system internally for you to then call them up and book them in for an MOT. Do you know what I mean? It's like fully custom.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, instead of using Zapier and all those tools, you sort of
Yeah,
build your own thing into, a platform.
yeah.
That does make sense.
It's fully built, like
Cheers, mate.
full. Now, all good, fully custom. It's like it's as if someone's come to you and said, "We need a Discord. Can you build us a Discord?" And it's like, I
Yeah,
don't,
yeah,
I don't know how to fucking build it, but there's developers out there that do, and you can
exactly.
charge a premium for that sort of stuff. So yeah, good
Yeah.
question, man.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, all good.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's get the source up. Hey,
Hello, how are you doing, Liam? Can you hear me?
hey, good man. Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing great. First of all, I want to give my flowers to you. I did get my win yesterday due to listening to both of the Liam's advice.
Oh,
You know,
nice. That's what we like to hear,
yeah, yeah, using the Trojan horse, a low cost chatbot and, slapping them with a big offer at the back end of it.
mate.
So,
Killer. Can
yeah,
can you go into that a little bit? Can you don't obviously give away all the source, pardon the pun, but can you let us know how that looked? Did you jump on a call with them? What was the process?
yeah, basically, I really niched down, and I know you don't advocate for it, but I went into a niche and then into a sub niche. And I literally spent like the whole morning like going into all the pain points and really get to know like who I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
And then I started to do a whole bunch of reaching out through like Instagram DMs, cold emails, and calling. I failed one meeting because the company was quite small and they weren't really looking for any automations. But the second one, the guy literally just asked me like if I can just show him send them a PDF and show them exactly how I'm making the money, like or saving the money, you know.
Hmm.
And then I went back into the niche and I started to list all like the job roles, like for example, receptionist as an example, this and that in that company, and how much I would be saving them per role. And then I looked up, through ChatGPT, like what the minimum wage of each role is, converted that into dollars, and I literally wrote all of that down into like a sales page. It was a PDF, but I made it into like a sales page,
Yeah, that's
like
genius, man.
each row, and right at the end, like I made it like per annum, like per row, per hour,
Made it look
dollars,
chunky.
dollars per hour, and then week, and then I combined everything, every row per annum, and then I made it add like a whole bunch of copywriting at the right at the bottom. And I was like, this is only per row. For a large company like yours, there's gonna be multiple people in each row, so the numbers could skyrocket exponentially. And that's when he was very excited to speak to me afterwards. I showed them the basic bot, and then I was like, look, we can automate all of these extra extra features as well. So
Mate,
that's basically how it went about.
absolute
Yeah.
monster. Like, you should be super proud of that. Like, killed it, because not only did you sign a client, but you just went out there and you got started. Like, a lot of people, they get caught up in the process of, oh, how can I make that PDF look pretty, or how can I build a website, or how can I, what am I going to call my agency, what logo should I use? But you've just gone out, you've started the thing that needs to be done, which is outreach, and you've got in front of people, and now you're collecting data, basically. And when I say data, you're collecting proof points of niches that are working and people that are interested. Mate, fucking smashed
Yeah.
it. Well
I
done.
do have a question though. I
Yeah.
don't want to take up time. It's going to be very short. How important do you think a personal brand is
Oh,
to
mate.
scale up?
Yeah, like, personal brand is invaluable. This YouTube channel has taken me 3.5 years. You can scroll back and like watch videos of me in like this room filled with fish tanks, and I've got like spots all over my face. I just look ridiculous. That's like when I had £1,000 in my bank account. I had nothing, and just over time, I've just consistently kind of like not changed direction, but I've worked on side hustles, if you like, different e-commerce adventures, and I've been doing this 8 years. So building the personal brand was natural to me, because it was like, well, I should be documenting this, because I want to look back firstly and be like, fuck, this is cool, this is where I've come from. But at the same time, in a situation like this is great for business, because, well, this cements, selfishly, it cements me as an expert in AI. So when I'm speaking to clients, it gives me a lot of credibility, right? There's a lot of social proof to come from that. So if you was to build up an AI TikTok, for example, and said, yeah, I get in millions of views on TikTok videos, and you took that to old Barry, who runs the local, I don't know, gym or whatever, he's gonna be like, fuck me, you are the AI wizard, because he just doesn't know, what's going on. Even if you said I get thousands of views on AI videos, that makes you an authoritative figure to that person. So yeah, man, super important. Is it something you're going to consider?
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to consider, and I did start a YouTube channel, but I can't edit properly. It was the second video. I just to show the win, just like it was just after my first client closed,
Yeah.
and it was in the middle of the night. Like my forehead was still sweating, and I just came to realize actually what I just did.
Yeah, mate, you did it.
Like I didn't know what. Yeah, I was just like so in the zone and just trying to explain all the points and stuff like that. When it's like when it was everything was said and done,
Yeah.
and then I calculated, like, wait a minute, I got this guy, like, I just got a client, and I was literally sweating my forehead. I couldn't sleep. It was like 11 o'clock, so I was like, let me just make a raw YouTube video.
You was pumped,
And
man.
yeah, so I was thinking about really pushing that.
Oh, mate, sick. Like, well, look, plug it in the agency builder chat. Let's all go blow up your first video. There's a couple of hundred people in here. We'll get you some subs.
But the video is not so good. I think the second one
Mate,
is a bit better.
no one's first video is good, but guess what? Their 100th is usually much better than their first. So just keep going, and it will definitely pay off.
All right, I will add the link in there. But yeah, once again, thank you very much. I am writing all this down. I'm gonna implement it, and I'm gonna put the LinkedIn side for like.
How many people?
The next 5 seconds or so.
How many people are you reaching out to right now on email and Instagram? Just so everyone knows.
I do have my face on there, so it's not that much. I only have like 1,500, but it is a little bit more than like the key figures or decision makers. So it does come across like I have a little bit of leverage, and I do want to put in like the results and like AI stuff in there, so I can sort of build up more authority in there.
But how many people are you reaching out to in the DMs to close deals? How many people did you have to message before you signed the client?
Oh, honestly, I think maybe like 200, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the number. So now you know, if you reach out to 1,000, chances are you'll get 5. It's just a numbers game. It's all volume.
Yeah. I'm dropping the link, but it's what's going on? It's
oh, mate, have you got me on Telegram? Send it there, and I'll put it.
Okay, what I'm gonna have to do.
You figure that out, and then we'll get the next question on. Whilst you're figuring it out, I'll look at my Telegram and I'll shoot it over.
Okay, 100%. I'll do it.
All right, cool, nice one, man. Well done for closing that deal. You're an absolute champ.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you.
All good, man. Catch you in a bit, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so Diaper has had his hand up for a while, or she has had her hand up. Let's get him on.
Hello.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Good. I have a question. One.
Go for it.
How do you serve customers doing automation? Do they give you all their passwords, or
No, so we have an onboarding call. So once we've closed the client, we essentially know exactly what we need. So from an email, we find out what CRMs we're using. We kind of keep it as a process. Like we're not trying to, like I said, step into every client and shift everything. We've kind of found out the strategy that works specifically for these automation clients in the niche that we're working with. So we kind of just need the same thing every single time. We need access and admin access to their CRM to have a look at what we can automate and what we can make easier for them and save them time. How can we plug into their sales processes there? And then we obviously want access to domains. If we're connected to landing pages, we want to be able to access their website to plug header code in, but that's something that we can give to their tech team if they have that. So it does vary in some way, but isn't too many things we actually need from the client. It's mainly access to their CRM. That's where we do a lot of our workflows and automations. Then obviously if they have email marketing software, most of the time they actually don't. We just set that up for them, and they pay for it on their billing, and we go through that. I know a lot of people have questions about who pays the Zapier. So for our clients, we actually just pay the Zapier costs, and we basically account for that in our pricing. So we essentially go to our clients and say, hey, we're going to pay for all the software as well. All the AI software is a cost that we take on. So don't worry about that. And it looks really good for us. And in reality, once you start getting to the bigger plans of Zapier, once you're doing 100,000 zaps a month, the pricing doesn't really make a difference anyway. So it's all good. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
You did, yeah?
Thank you.
Oh, all good, man. All good. Thanks for jumping up.
Okay.
All right, we'll take a couple more. We got Tom. Is that a raccoon in your profile? Nice.
Yo, how you doing?
What's going on, Tom? You good?
Yeah, not bad. How are you?
Yeah, good. Whereabouts are you in the UK?
I'm in Hull at the moment, but I'm going up to Newcastle in September.
Oh, sick. My business partner's from Hull. There you
Oh,
go.
really?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry you're from Hull.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shit. I can't lie.
Nah, all good. What's going on?
Right. So the question that I wanted to ask is, what do you think are the pros and cons of Make versus Zapier, or do you think they're very similar in essence?
I think they're very similar. I won't go into it too much detail, but we only really use Zapier at this moment in time. With Make, I find there's a little more limitation in terms of the integrations it has, whereas Zapier is just bulletproof. Almost every single time I go in there to find a solution in Zapier, it can either be custom built using webhooks or it already has the integration in place. So I would personally use Zapier, but I am open to explore and Make. It would be stupid for me to say, that is a bad platform, because it's definitely not. I'm going to make a video on it and just kind of compare the two. What do you currently use? Have you currently played more with Zapier or Make?
Yeah, I've been using Zapier a bit more, but I've heard Make is also a good alternative. So I just wanted to see whether you'd used any of it. Am I right to ask you another question as well?
Yeah, man. Yeah. All good.
So obviously, I've heard a lot about a Trojan horse method with the chatbot being used as an entry point.
Yeah.
Obviously, is there any way that you could think of making just rather than going in with a chatbot, way making the Zapier offer sound better, so you could potentially get clients with no testimonials or anything like that?
Yeah, 100%. So did you watch the Zapier video that I put up on YouTube?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So that whole lead gen bot, we've done it before where we've reached out to content creators and we're like, hey, you can literally collect so much more data from your emails. At the moment, a lot of these YouTubers, and you can go and message these guys and try to sell it to them. A lot of these YouTubers are just collecting emails for their newsletter, right? And it's all right, well, that newsletter is great, but then the person who signs up to it is now just getting an email newsletter. There's nothing actually quite exciting about that. So what we do is instead we say, well, look, you sell courses, and the way the game works is you sell courses and you find out how much people have and what their budget is to spend. And then you target that segment of audience, because those are likely to buy your course, right? If they're interested in your content. So you can reach out to content creators and say, hey, look, not only are you going to collect emails, you're also going to collect budgets, and you're going to collect interests, and you're also going to be able to collect sort of just more data points on your users that are part of your email list. So you can start to segment them out and plug in automations. Instead of you just collecting data and everyone goes into a random newsletter, it's You collect the data, and everyone who has a budget of $50 to $100 goes into this newsletter, and everyone that has a budget of 500 to 1,000 that can afford a course goes into this newsletter. This newsletter, which is more swayed towards, selling to that product. So I would definitely recommend that. Like, you can do that with so many different industries. An accountant, instead of it being like, hey, sign up to our email and generating a lead, it's like, no, why don't you come to this landing page, ask for tax advice, and then we will give you tax advice based on ChatGPT responses that's trained on UK tax law. So there's a couple of options there, but I would definitely do something like that.
Yeah, cool. Right, thank you.
No, we're good, and that is actually probably sometimes better than the chatbot, because people have seen chatbots before. It's not like super unique, and it takes some playing around with until they realize, oh shit, this is like an actual AI chatbot. It's not like just a standard pre-set up chatbot that is already on our site that our employees manage. Instead, if you sent them this page and said, this collects data for you, like, that's instantly valuable for them.
Cool. Right, thank you.
No, all good, man. Great question. Okay, we're going to take maybe two more questions, and then I'll go through the rest of this presentation. Blitz. Let's get you up.
Hello.
Hello, mate. How we doing?
Good. I just started watching your videos a week ago. I really appreciate what you're doing. I was actually on a trip to Europe and had some time to step back from my agency and think about like another business model and what I want to do moving forward. And I was really thinking about AI. So this question is maybe more around other agency owners. So I'm in a position right now where I'm working with 37 car dealerships, and there's a lot of probably opportunity there with my existing clients to just break in with the AI space.
Yes,
so
definitely.
Since I'm so new to it, I saw you had those three models there, like the chatbot, and then at the end, like the custom kind of solutions. Just kind of wondering, like for other agency owners here and myself, what kind of recommendation would you do, or how would you kind of start in this position?
Damn, yeah, you're in a great spot. So you currently have an agency, but you said you got 37 clients all within one specific niche, yeah?
All car dealers, yeah.
Damn, yeah, that's a great spot. And I would assume, like, at your agency, you're just running like ads for them, or how's that looking?
Like Facebook and Instagram ads, yeah.
Shit, mate, that's a great spot. Yeah, so in terms of the custom platform, you've got options, right? Like maybe the automations. Well, actually, the automations are still good. You could still set up, just CRM management and helping them sort of close more deals or collect more leads, which you're obviously doing with your Facebook ads anyway, but maybe you tie in some sort of AI stuff there. But with a custom platform, all you got to do is look at other YouTubers. Like, everyone knows Iman Gadzi, yeah? Like, his model now is selling. He had a huge bank of data of agency owners that were, buying courses off of him and in his network, and essentially his loyal following was just all agency owners. So you're kind of like a mini Iman Gadzi in a way, where you've got all these car dealerships that go to you like you're the god of leads. So if you said to them, well, we're going to build a custom platform for you, and you made like, there's no code SaaS. You can get Bubble developers for 2-3K a month. Message me after this on Telegram. I can actually plug you into someone who sorts that out. You could build a custom platform for these guys and then just say, hey, look, this is just a SaaS business. So you send them it. It's a platform that benefits all of your clients. You charge a monthly fee, maybe even a setup fee. They use it, whatever that looks like. Maybe it's a dashboard that helps them use AI to plug in like the top selling car models, or the model of car that needs to be sold before insurance runs out. I don't know what that is. You would know more than me. But that would be a great idea, because that's an easy sell in, right? If you said this is literally the best platform that you could be using right now, and you've built it.
Sure, and like they're salivating at the whole idea of AI on the meetings too. Like,
Damn.
we go over our performance, and then I'm like, oh, I'm working on AI, and they're like, oh my god, tell me more. But I'm just like, I don't know anything yet. I just started, but they're anxious to see. So I wanted to do the chatbot.
Yeah.
I did comment on one of your YouTube videos. So pretty much, they're selling cars. It's kind of like a weird version of e-commerce, where if you don't buy it on the website, you pretty much see all the products there, but you go in person. So it's kind of more lead based.
Yeah.
But the cars change every day with like a feed. So I'm thinking, okay, these guys, their highest converting lead source right now on their site is actually the chatbots that they have, but they're using like really rugged Excel scripting, and I'm pretty sure an AI could just completely destroy the performance of those.
Oh yeah,
So
for sure.
I'm wondering, with BotPress or any applications, or maybe I need to build some custom API, is there a way to like import like a data feed file that's maybe through an FTP or a URL
Yep.
into BotPress, and how would you kind of approach that?
Yeah, you create a knowledge base, and this is how I like to build the bots. Rather than relying on ChatGPT and integrations with lots of Stack AI, you just upload a knowledge base. So you can upload Word documents, you can upload sort of site maps and websites, and what the bot does is then scrapes all of that data that you fed into it as a knowledge base, and it only acts and talks about the knowledge that you've given it. So when you go like bowling, for example, the reason why I like doing this is like if you went bowling, when you first start, you're shit, right? The ball goes straight into the gutter. But with like a knowledge-based bot, you put the guardrails up and it just bounces around and it gets to the end goal no matter what. That's kind of how I see it. So if I was you and you don't have much experience with BotPress, don't try to go crazy with the ChatGPT stuff. Just really get good at like loading up knowledge bases, which is essentially copy and pasting information that they have on their website or that they can provide you with, whether that's car models or prices, and then you can upload that to the bot. Also, if you didn't want to spend time learning how to do BotPress and you wanted to just white label an agency to do it, let me know. I've got your back. We'll handle all the work for you.
Okay, I'm pretty interested. Yeah, maybe we can get on a call another time.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, like the main thing was for me the feed, just like the products update every day, like from their inventory provider. So they change in the knowledge base, I'd say. Like some get removed, some get added. Like, is there like an automation in there that you would make directly in BotPress to just have it update every 24 hours or every 6 hours, or is that something separate?
Yeah, no. You can set it so it's automatically updated. You can set your time frame of what you want that to happen. So yeah, it's just a matter of managing that data and ensuring it goes to the right bot. It's all pretty straightforward. Okay. It would just be a bit of management because you're obviously doing 37 different bots.
Yeah, awesome. All right, that's all my questions. Thanks so much for your time. I'll message on Telegram.
Sounds like you're going to be busy as fuck for the next 6 months, man. So congrats. All right. Let's get one more question up. Superior El Tama. Hey, man.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on?
Great, how are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Good.
So I have like a pretty specific question, it's okay?
Yeah. Let's get deep.
So, for example, if I am building chatbots for hospitals that diagnose patients online, how can I help them with automations and custom platform?
So you're working with a hospital that takes bookings for patients online, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
So I am adding a chatbot on top that help diagnose.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, do. So like being able to qualify patients before they come to a receptionist, like something like that. So getting the bot to...
Like, for example, you tell the chatbot, I have a sore throat, I have an headache, so it's give you, like, for example, action steps for what you can do better.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. And what are you asking about how to actually deliver that?
Yeah, and how can I scale to the automations and custom platforms with that idea and that niche?
Yeah, sure. So I don't actually think you need to be using like GPT in your bot, although you could, because you could give like examples of what it could be, or maybe you could like help diagnose them on the bot, but that could be a slippery slope. And you could give some wrong information and someone ends up dying and then that place gets sued. So maybe instead it's more so a bot where, like you said, it is pre-qualifying people to give their symptoms, and then that essentially just collects the data. It's not really using GPT and going out and figuring things out. It's saying, let's just collect data from this person in like a sequenced event in a chatbot, and then you can use Zapier to port that information into a spreadsheet and collect their phone number and email, and then maybe the surgery or the doctors that you're working with can then call those patients and say, hey, look, we're going to get you in on this time because the doctor that specializes in this can help you. Do you know what I mean? That's what comes to my mind. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So
like, how can I add like a custom platform on top of that?
Yeah. Well, a custom platform, if you start getting clients and you got proof of concept, then it's just a case of making it a specific chatbot that diagnoses or, takes data from potential patients and then puts it into some form of hospital CRM. You know, like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. That's the best thing. All you have to do is ensure that you've got an audience. Or you might go to a hospital that is like a private hospital that's making a killing, and they're like, we want this system. Can you build it for us? You know? So it's not something that you have to build yourself and take to people. You can do that if you have the audience for it. Like the guy at Ritz that we just got up, he's got an audience of 37 people that if he put together a no-code SaaS platform and sold that in, could be onto making some big bank, right? But for you, if you're kind of going into it, you should just start speaking to these hospitals and then eventually just start offering that service out to people and be like, hey, look, we can build this into a way more advanced tool. We can actually build this into your own dashboard where we can scrap that old CRM you got and actually start diagnosing people internally so staff members can call them up and ask more questions on the phone. And that's connected to GPT in some way. Let me know if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, can you give like general action steps for that? Like, I know like all the outreach, but building the chatbot,
Yeah.
how do should I make special websites for each hospital with their own chatbot, or like should I integrate it in their own websites? Like,
Well, I think
really messy.
I think with a hospital, it's gonna be the same for most hospitals, right? If you're only collecting data and your only role is just to ask what is wrong with the patient, what symptoms they have, when their availability is, where they live, their contact details, that kind of thing. Well, that's the same for every hospital that you're going to go to. So why don't you set up a really, really basic website that is like a fake hospital website almost, where it's like, you know, use some Mid-Journey art, like dogs in doctors' outfits or whatever it is. And then you just call it, you know, maybe make a name like Hospital AI. This is just completely an idea. You don't have to use it, obviously. And then you set that chatbot on that site and say, hey, look, this could be your website. This is a patient checking service that sits on your site and takes bookings and takes information and can funnel into your CRM so that you don't get constant calls from people, you know, trying to book in for a sore throat, because you now have a priority list of people that actually need to be seen based on the data that you've collected.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So
That's really great.
Oh, good, man.
Bro, give me a part of your brain. What the fuck?
No, you don't want it, man. It's a mess.
Yeah. Give me the slides.
It doesn't stop. Like, that's the problem. I'm fucking like, I feel like a maniac. I just sit here like coming up with new ideas. But this is it.
Yeah,
like
you take cocaine. Like, if you take cocaine, your brain will explode.
Yeah, but like this is the thing.
All of this is recorded, yeah?
Yeah, it's all recorded. But like you'll naturally get like this. Like the more I've been in business for 8 years, you got to remember that, right? Like I've seen so many businesses work. I've seen so many businesses fail. I see what pain points they have. I've been on countless amounts of sales calls. So just over time, this is why it's so important to like.
Yeah, when you start to be like that too, like in the middle of the night, I wake up with a business idea. Like I get up, fucking write it down.
Yeah, good, man. How old are you?
I'm 16.
Fucking hell, mate. 16. I was looking for my pubes in the bathroom toilet, trying to fucking at 16 years old, like chill. Like what the fuck? You're telling me you want my brain? Like,
No,
good for you, man.
like,
You're gonna.
One year ago, I smoked pot, like I smoked weed. I was
Yeah,
off in the streets. Yeah.
Cut that out, man. Cut that out. Cut out the weed. Cut out the drinking. That would just waste your time.
Cut all that shit. I cut all the friends
Yeah.
that wanted me to smoke, and like starting entrepreneurship.
Yeah, man. That's all you got to do. Yeah, you're gonna kill it. If you're starting at 16, think where you're gonna be in 8 years time. You're gonna be 24, hopefully driving a bright orange Lamborghini Urus. Eh?
Amen.
All right, bro. Well, I appreciate you jumping on for the question. It's a good one.
Thank you very much.
All right, cool. So look, I'm gonna I know some of you still got your hands up. Some really good questions so far. Well done, guys. I'm impressed by the level of people we've got in this Discord. We're building a solid community. So I'm going to jump back into this presentation. I know this slide makes sense. Screenshot if you've got to, stick it on your wall, but you will be able to see a recording of this as well. So we've spoken about before, what sort of niches or niche should you be working with? I'm not going to spend too much time on this. This is just my opinion. As you can see, some guys have jumped up. They've got different ideas with niches. They've got different ideas with hospitals or car dealerships. And no, I can't say to anyone that is a bad niche or that is a good niche, because like I said, we don't have the data yet and we haven't really tried and tested it. All I can tell you is what I'm going for and who we're specifically focusing on based on what's working for us right now. So we want them to be generating leads. We don't personally want to be running Facebook ads or anything like that for them. We don't want to get involved in the lead gen side of things. We want to help them with lead gen, but we don't want to be fully managing it. That just opens up, to me, another can of worms. There's another platform you've got to learn. Although I know how to run Facebook ads, I personally find it something that is a bit of a ball ache to manage, to be honest. And as soon as someone starts paying you to run ads, they want to see results immediately. So tend to avoid it. I won't go over that. High ticket products, always go for high ticket products. We work with a lot of law firms, a lot of real estate companies, and if they close deals, they make a lot of money, which means if we do any automations for them and they make extra couple of sales every month, they're super happy. And, you know, we lock in our pricing then. They are fine paying us, you know, 4K a month. It's not a big deal because they've just made an extra 30K just off the back of our automations. So inbound volume, kind of similar to the first one, talking about generating their own leads. We want them to have a lot of inbound volume. I want to see data coming through so that I can start to learn and understand different gaps that we can then fill in with those automations, and we can help plug those gaps in real time. Again, it just gives us an opportunity to show our value and really get on board with them. Support heavy industry. A lot of people had questions about this one. I saw it in the chat loads today. People are like, what is a support heavy industry? Hospital is a support heavy industry. They have phone calls all day long. In the UK, if you call a doctor's or a hospital, you sit on hold for 50 minutes to an hour. And it's like ridiculous because so many people are asking for support. So many people are asking stupid questions. There's people calling up and they have a stomach ache and they think they're dying, you know, so they're always bombarded with phone calls. So that is a great opportunity to say, we're going to relieve some of that support and we're going to make it a lot easier for you to actually sort through this. Now, it's not going to work for everyone. Hospitals will actually probably be quite hard to get a hold of because, well, there's receptionists there, and trying to get in front of someone who owns the hospital is a complete other ball game, especially in the UK where we have the NHS. And then this is it. As long as they make money, they value their time, and they actually want to automate. Remember what I said? Trying to get on a sales call and convincing someone to automate something when they don't value their time, they don't make any money, and they don't actually want to automate anything is going to be impossible. You're barking up the wrong tree, and I wouldn't even bother. So we always try to work with clients that are, you know, future tech leading. They want to get involved in the new stuff. They want to push their business into innovative fields, and they want to, you know, start freeing up some of their time to focus on the stuff that's important. Quick one on outreach. I'm conscious of your time. Let's keep it maybe another like 15 minutes more. On outreach, email outreach, you just have to do huge volumes. Like, there is ways of you automating this. You can use AI tools. You can spend money and get subscriptions. But there is a way that I found that I've kind of custom built and put together like my own email outreach Frankenstein that I'm going to be making in a video real soon for you guys. Obviously, those of you who are already in the inner circle, which is the private mentorship, you already get access, and you'll be getting that before the video. So I'll be dropping that for you guys tomorrow. But other than that, there's LinkedIn outreach, there's Instagram outreach, organic content, and network. These two are a big focus on mine. Like, I'd be lying if I said we aren't getting calls from organic content. Of course we are. That is part of the reason of creating this content. Provides value to people. They see what we can do. They understand that we know what we're talking about, and that brings in money. And then our network, once you've got a client, keep expanding that. Blitz is a great example. 37 clients already. He has a network, and I guarantee you some of them clients that he got would have came through referral through another client. So you need to be looking at this, and this comes over time. This is like, you know, 6 months of work before you start to see anything coming from here. Especially this is more like a year, 2 years worth of work, depending if you hit a niche or not. But email outreach, LinkedIn outreach, Instagram outreach, this is all free for you to do. You only have to go and find the leads. Instagram's probably the easiest one. So is LinkedIn. You can literally search for business owners in a certain niche, start connecting with them, start giving them your offer in DMs. There's tools like Octopus, which basically sits on LinkedIn and does the outreach automatically for you. You just plug it in and press play. Don't really know of any automations on Instagram, But the email outreach method I'm going to show you guys soon hasn't been spoken about. I actually don't know if anyone else does it, but I basically set it up using Zapier, and it's a super cost-effective way of doing it. Rather than you paying, you know, $300 a month, you end up paying a virtual assistant like, I don't know, $30 a month, and you get like 500 leads, and you just shoot them out automatically using Zapier. Become an expert, high volume. Do not sell, give value. I say it over and over and over again. Do not try to sell to people, just give them value, and then just keep pumping out the volume. The source that we got on earlier on this call, he literally said he sent out 200 DMs and he's booked a call and a client. So with that maths, you know, just keep trying it out. You need a bit more data, but let's say he reaches out to 1,000 people, that could potentially be 5 clients. So that is the end of my presentation. It's been a long one, but we are now going to do another round of questions. Cool. So the first one up is Christian. Let's get him in. Christian, how we doing? Hello? Has he got nervous? Never mind. Let's jump into the agency builder chat. Let's see if there's any questions in there, because I've kind of neglected that a little bit. Okay. Can you tell me the benefits of an AI automated sales funnel over a regular ClickFunnels sales funnel where they already can book an appointment straight into their calendar? Robin, that is a great question. And let me tell you the answer, the secret sauce. The benefits of selling an AI funnel into someone is it sounds fucking cool and it works. But if you said to someone, hey, look, we have leading tech AI. We have a leading AI tech in our sales funnels, and we can plug in a chatbot, and we can help provide more value and collect more data. That is way better than just saying, we're going to build sales funnels for you. Like, you know, that AI word right now is a buzzword. This is why it is so popular. This is why everyone's so excited in the AI automation agency space, because that key word is AI. So when you're reaching out to someone, they're getting reached out already from a company offering them funnel building. So reach out and offer AI funnel building. There's also AI funnel builders out there as well. So, you know, just get creative with it. I don't think, you know, most people aren't looking at AI as if it's just like really easy to understand thing. A lot of people are confused about it. So try to strip it down, dumb it down a little bit, but there is definitely benefits of having an AI funnel building site rather than just the standard normal funnel. How do you ensure continuous monitoring and maintenance of AI automation systems to prevent issues? Well, using trusted platforms like Zapier, whenever there's an issue, you're going to get alerted via your email. And if you're paying for a pro plan, it pauses all of your zaps, so you can jump in, fix any issue that's there. If you need to speak to the client, if there's an issue there, and maybe they've removed your access and they've broken down an API or something like that, you can jump in and fix that. But that is all good. At the end of the day, we're not connecting to live support machines. You know, we're connecting to mainly CRMs, lead platforms, that kind of thing. No one's going to die. So if your client emails you and said, "Hey, this isn't working," take a breath. Don't just relax. Go back to the drawing board and see what you need to fix. The analogies Liam comes up with are incredible. Thank you, my friend. All right, let's have a look. What else we got? Yeah, so Mark Wilson, you would have seen him in the chat. He's my co-founder. He's an absolute fucking monster. He says, Unorthodox have a legal doc we've been using for over a year. He knows I am looking to share this and a lot of other templates and calculators in the inner circle. You heard it here first. Get ready. So those guys are going to get access to all of these templates that we run at our agency. If you did want more information on that, DM me on Telegram. Someone's saying, where can I find the recording of this live? I'm going to post it in a chat or in the free resources folder that you can go and download. Okay, cool. I think that's all the questions in that chat for now. Let's jump back on over to people with their hands up. I kind of feel like a madman because no one talks back to me and I just sit here in silence. Let's get Nikita up. Nikita, how we doing? No. Missed your chance. Cyclone. Sounds like a transformer. What's going on, Cyclone?
Hi. So far just watching you talk, or just listen to.
What was that?
So far it's just listening
Oh,
to you talking.
oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. It must be painful.
Oh no, all good. It's a lot of information that I'm definitely interested in. I do want to get my own AA going. The sooner the better. But my question was specifically because I'm from Germany. There is a very harsh GDPR here.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with GDPR, especially for example with chatbots?
Yeah, it's a really good question, and for us, it's a lot of contract stuff. So at the beginning, like we said, we put forward those contracts and GDPR compliance contracts, and ensuring that the data that is being shared with us has been sort of like we've gone through the stages of which we need to put in place to be safe. But I know in Germany, it's way tougher than it is in the UK, for example, and way more tougher than what it is in the US. So how is it in Germany? I know someone said in like Sweden or something, it's illegal to reach out to people via email.
I have only read about email. I haven't done outreach about email. I've done it via telephone so far. But as far as I've read in Germany, also via email, it's a bit tricky. But also getting to the email in the first place is a lot harder in Germany as in other. It's way easier to get get telephone numbers here than emails.
Got you, got you. Oh, damn. Yeah. So, like, for you, you just really have to understand the laws that are in Germany, put together a contract that is bulletproof, use ChatGPT to help you with that, or actually pay for a legal guy. But fuck that. Who wants to do that these days? Let's go use ChatGPT. That is what I would do. Just get someone to look over it, get a third opinion on it, and just ask people, like, is this going to make me safe? Feel free to send it over to me. I hate reading legal documents, but for you, Cyclone, I've got your back.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
All good. Dankeschön. All right. Pavel Sokolov. Let's get you on, mate. Oh, that's not working. Okay. We got Christian asking to come back up. I did kick him off, maybe preemptively.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Hi. My mic wasn't working. I apologize.
Was you freaking out? You was like, fuck, no one can hear me.
Yeah, exactly.
All good.
I just had a couple questions, maybe two.
do it.
Right now, like I'm just starting up. Like I'm really interested in the AI automation agency, and I'm like struggling to find a niche. Like I know some people said to start with like local B2C businesses, but I don't know like how I would go about that because I feel like I should still niche down and
Yeah.
not just like reach out to random businesses.
Yeah, it's a good, mate. It's like the age-old question, and it's something that you can really get stuck on and procrastinate on. When in reality, it's like if you look at the things I just mentioned, where it's like they make money, they have a high-ticket offer. Just go and start doing outreach and just doing the testing. Everything with business is data. Like you collect data points everywhere you go. So whether that's how much money you spend on ads before you get a sale, or how many people you reach out to a certain niche before you get a response, and then you just test somewhere else before you find like the perfect one. And I know that's not a direct question that's not the direct answer to your question. But yeah, that's what I would kind of do. And then like what I would ask you right now is, who do you have close to you that owns a business? Do you have anyone?
Yeah, actually, I know. Well, I have two. My grandpa is in like the bakery industry,
Yeah.
and my cousin owns like a gym, so I could do gyms, I guess.
Man, like, see, this is the thing, right? So
Yeah.
this is what I tell everyone. Everyone take note on this. This is like key information. When you're first getting started, do not, just try to guess. Why don't you go out to people? Like if you just said your cousin has a gym, go to her or him and just be like, hey, look, let me work for you for free. Let me see if I can implement something in for you that is going to help you save time, save money, and look at bookings or sign-ups, or give personalized meal plans or workout plans to the people at your gym every single month, something like that. And just go and yeah, exactly, man. Through chatbot, or through like even like the lead gen form that I made with Zapier. If you could set it up and say, brand it as the gym and say, come and get your free custom workout plan based on your weight, your height, your fitness level, and your goals. I've done it before. It works like that. It can spit some serious information out.
That's actually a really good idea. I like that.
Yeah. So yeah.
And I know you were talking about like the custom outreach in Zapier. Like I literally the other day I was like experimenting with Zapier
Yeah.
and I figured out like a way to build one like on my own. I built like it takes it every time I implement a new like row in Google Sheets, it puts it right into makes a Gmail draft for me.
Yeah, you've fucking given away my fucking ticket, mate. That's my prize. You've just ruined the whole idea of the video now. You stole it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but that is literally it. Like when it comes in Zapier, it looks for that new spreadsheet row, and what I do is I get the VA to sort of verify all of the emails before they push them over into that send sort of column, and then once they hit that, Gmail then just starts sending them out, and they only do like 50 a day per email account that I've connected. But yeah, we've got like 10 email accounts along the bottom that we just do it on. And
Yours sounds much more advanced because I can only do like 3.
you'll be able to figure out a way. I'll show you how to do it in that video, how you can do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice one. But yeah, man, look, go to the gym. Go to the gym. Not actually go to the gym, but go to your cousin who owns the gym. Start speaking to your cousin and like just see what you can do. At the end of the day, I say it in the videos like, oh, you've got to move fast in this. You've got to be quick. But at the same time, you have to be quick and execute well. So let's not rush into things and just start focusing on niches that we don't know anything about. Let's look at who's around us and who we can actually get data from. That's all we're trying to do.
That's true. Okay, thank you very
Legend,
much.
man. Appreciate the questions. They're really good.
Anytime.
Okay. Right. This will be our last question, guys. So let's get Yaya up. I appreciate everyone who's jumped in and requested to speak. Yaya, let's have you. Are you coming up? 3, 2, 1 before I go to the next one. You missed your chance, bud. Almi anything. Where you at? No. Too slow. CFM Digital. There you go, man. Today's your lucky day.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, got you. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm actually sending emails right now as I'm watching this, but
Mate, what a beast. That's what I like to hear.
I actually only have one question. It's something I've really been struggling with. So I started with a social media marketing agency, and that's what I currently run right now. And then I'm just implementing the AI into one of my services.
Yep.
But how should I actually structure the offer for a chatbot? Because I'm kind of struggling with that.
What sort of clients do you have?
I really don't have a specific niche. I'm just all over the place, like PE schools, car dealerships, plumbing, HVAC.
Do you run the ads to like a specific landing page, or is it kind of just their website and that's it?
Yeah, landing page.
Is it landing page that you control, or that they specifically set up for the campaigns?
I control it for them.
Oh,
I set everything for them.
okay. So yeah, like this is what I kind of mean. This is kind of how we've done it, where AI chatbots aren't our main selling point. They're just an added piece of value that we put into our landing pages, right? So for our client, they're like, holy shit, like you're the AI guys, you've built a custom chatbot. What else can you do? So it opens up a conversation. So for you, you could start putting them into their landing pages, and it just acts as another opportunity to create that lead. Like with BotPress, you can use a Zapier webhook, and you can collect emails and all the lead data form that you would collect from the form itself, and then just send it to the CRM from BotPress as well. So I would just do that. I would double up on potential lead capture.
Okay, so kind of just mainly pitch for new clients, just mainly pitch a chatbot.
Yeah, like, well, when you say new clients, you mean as in brand new clients that you're not doing SMMA with?
Yeah, because I wanna mainly focus on the AI because I think it was you that mentioned like the Trojan horse, kind of just start with AI and then I can implement my other
Yeah,
SMMA services.
I think Liam Otley would shit his pants if he thought someone said that, because I think he thinks he made it up. But YouTube boxing's coming up soon, so place your bets, boys. But yeah, no, it is the Trojan horse for sure. Like, it's the way to chink the door open and just like spark a bit of interest. But I don't think I don't think it is the be all and end all, and it's the best thing that you can do with AI automation. It literally is just like same with SMMA, where it's like an audit of their social media in my eyes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. Did you use that for your outreach doing SMMA?
Yeah, that's kind of what I did. I recently implemented the AI. Like I kind of just like say marketing, but I the power of AI to like
Oh.
technically get an edge over your competitors, you know?
Bloody hell, harnessing the power. I love it. Yeah, it sounds good, man. Yeah, I would reach out to new customers or clients and say, yeah, look, we do the chatbot stuff, use it as a Trojan horse, but then you have the power to actually offer them landing pages and social media marketing as well. So your tech stack, if you like, is massive. You know, you can offer so many different services there.
Okay, well, thank you, man. I really appreciate the videos too. You just dropping free knowledge.
Oh, of course, man. I appreciate like you and everyone in this call. It's so good to see, you know, and if I can help it, even 5 of you make money, I'm a happy man.
Okay, thank you, man.
Legend.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too, bud. Well, that is it for the first ever free masterclass. I'm gonna try to do one of these every single week. We actually have a really cool guest coming next week, maybe even 2. We all know BotPress. I've managed to get them on the phone, and they are coming into the Discord to give a private AMA and BotPress masterclass for you guys, so you can get up, grill them over whatever questions you have, and hopefully improve your bot game. Other than that, I know we've got Tia in the audience. She is the right-hand lady of Brett Milanowski, so we need to get over to his channel and pester him to come over here as well and speak to you guys, because he, like I said, is the custom AI god. So we definitely want to speak to him and get some value from that guy. Guys, thank you all so much for joining into this AMA masterclass. You've sat here and listened to me ramble for 70 minutes now, so you're fucking champions. If you can do that, you can definitely go out and send 50 emails and jump on calls with clients. So yeah, go and take action. Do not sit there planning what your name of your agency is going to be or your website. Just go and start emailing people. Go and look at what niches you can serve, and just start reaching out to people that are already in your network that you know have businesses, and start offering your services for free. Go and get yourself out there. Beat everyone else to it. Yeah, do it good. Create value. Don't sell. Guys, I'm going to go. Goodbye. It's nice to have you. I'll speak to you in agency chat. Bye-bye. Wait, how do I end this?